Dang, my phone is messing up. I mean, it's a ginger post-workout vibe. Got the sun out in extreme UV rays. We got the flies trying to jump into my eyes. I mean, we got a white man somewhere. What they call them howlies and shit. Or some type of wicked being looking, paying attention. Could be somebody online. Could be your ass. You laughing too? But yeah, we're jumping into yo. I know I got a lot of I got a lot of few subscribers from around the world versus having a subscriber that's from where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like from my type of culture. I kind of reach out to a lot of people, but right now we're discussing the whole FBA things. The FBA, if you know this is the Foundational Black American, the NINJI, the MUURs, the ISRAELITE, whatever they want to give us. I'm just addressing, talking to to everyone. The Black Panther Party, the NFAC, and how for us to get right back up on the top, because this is still going down to spiritual war. But for us to do our part, we have to really cultivate and master our kundalini, our sexual energy, man. Everything lies off of that. This is why they really try to molest you at a younger age, whether it's spiritually allowed for them to get to you, to kind of throw you off and get you off your path or whatnot. Celibacy is the way to heal. Now for us, we won't be able to be in their world now, because as far as they won't be able to coexist, as far as like, walking around regular. We have to take our children to school. Now we got to teach them the truth now. We got to take our children to school with protection. NFAC or the Black Panther Party, the ones who's stepping up to the game. We got to get to a nucleus. And the only place you can do that at is down in the South. You really can't do that nowhere else. You're not in, you're operating, Most High already told us, shout out to the Israelites. I don't know if they said this, but I'm saying it right now. Most High gave them the download. We're not really, we're not supposed to be begging. We're not a begging people, and they know that we're not a begging people because we're really creative. We can create anything that we put our minds to, whether individually or together. So he doesn't want any nation to help us. So you always hear like, oh man, y'all ain't got no allies. Da, da, da. We ain't got a guy that had no damn allies. The Most High is our ally. That's the only ally we got. We kind of lost faith. We're the natural faithists, meaning that we were naturally born genetically and spiritually inclined to truly believe or have faith in the all spirit, the all being. You know what I mean? Hey, what's happening, y'all? Let's see what's on the game. I think peace. And so, as far as like being born into the game of, our genetics being under this extreme UV radiation where people can't be under right now. I'm under extreme UV radiation right now, absorbing all of the heat rays and looking straight up into the sun, G. So that's the spiritual thing when you're looking up into the sun. It's going to spiritually and get you right and exact as far as like, getting your kundalini energy right, getting your celibacy game going on, your semen retention, not spilling your seed on all these individuals who just mixing their shit up, putting their dick in any damn thing now. That's the horrible part. So with all these energies mixing up, it's our responsibility to pull our energy back, because you have to see, ain't no allies. We don't have the allies. You see everybody's doing crafty counsel behind niggas' backs. They're sitting here talking about niggas. Like them, they're figuring out, niggas is the foundation of America. So, even with the word black being involved, we're going to use that as the essence, man. The way for us to unite is through celibacy. Take about a year off and get in tune to yourself, man. You're going to understand, man and woman, you're going to see that your power is surpasses this world. It was already planted in you. This is why a lot of things is catered to molesting your mind, your spirit, and even your children. So now, we're in the world. We got to come together in a nucleus to be able to, take our children to school, stand at the corner. We can't be in lands where we have to be able to claim our own area. Because when they tell you that the Constitution can be overthrown, look at the thuggy dove right there, can be overthrown by the people, this is what's going on right now. Because the heavens above, everything's being overthrown by the ancestors. Shit is popping off. And they trying to touch us. Now, people who talking about the aliens, and you gotta understand what the word alien means. Ali, I'm sitting here on Ali Street, you know what I mean? Most High. Ali is the name, Eli, Ali, all that means a higher thing, a higher, most high around the world, basically. You know what I mean? So when you're dealing with higher up, that's where niggas come from. They have etheric energy. And this is what everybody that's higher up or know that niggas got this etheric energy. And once they learn how to cultivate it, we will naturally magnetize to each other, to one another. And that's going to be through our Kundalini. Ain't no money going to bring us together. Ain't no sunny place gonna bring us together. Ain't no false prophet. None of that shit gonna bring us together. Only the truth. Everybody had their time already. So this is where you cultivate the energy within, your Kundalini within. When you stop spilling that seed, your light starts to build up higher and higher. Thus, you start attracting more other lightness that's like yours, similar to yours. It don't matter if you work out, dealing with all the type of fleshy things that they want to use to work it out for, to be able to get that their lustful desires met. We're here to master the flesh and go on and go into our higher upper rooms, but they're here to stop that from happening, and by creating a false heaven to make us think that we in there, the all lasting heaven, because they knew as a culture we done already communicated with our ancestors who already done left and went to Etheria. They know that we got ancestors in Etheria who is considered God. That's the God. Yeah, they got little gods and shit like that. They got Mason shit where you got the God that sits in the eastern corner of the lodge, with the eye of Ra above his head. You got the false little God. These things happen on the spirit realm. We keep talking spirit. Spirit lives. So the same thing you see out here is the same thing that's popping off on a higher frequency of existence. This is what you go when you transition. And this is where they try to trap you at in Atmospheria, which is the intermedium spot before you graduate off the earth plane. The earth has been running rampant with a lot of low vibratorial energy, Druids, archons, whatever you want to call these things. They all got the information from us, And so basically we have the DNA to be able to reconstruct the information and put it back in order again. Now you see that, okay, we have individuals that can communicate very sanely with an angel. Not like on some more like insane shit when you're talking to an angel on the first resurrection that's trying to trick you into being their servant upon death. Because this is what these Druids do. They persuade humans and mortals to get into their life and try to get them off track. Whether they black, white, Asian persuasion, it happens in all our cultures. The duties of the lords and the gods are to be able to remove those so that the immortals can be able to grow and further cultivate their spiritual existence. So before the heavens is forced upon a nigga, you got to know that shit right now. And the best way to cultivate this energy is through the sex energy, your sexual energy. I mean, that shit is very valuable, man. It's so valuable that every man will be attracted to your ass. I mean, women attract to you, but men will be attracted to you. But when you with your brothers, you're a higher vibratorial species. Your neuromelanin will be it's just all over you, G. You know what I'm saying? You got everything. The animals react to you differently, no matter where you go. We'll start uniting, but I have to address the whole little FBA division. So if you can create something never created before every time naturally, that's dope. I like that shit. To get them a simulation world on what they dream of, man, that's on point, y'all. I could be God if I brain chip everyone. I like that. Money is God too. That's what they say. It's their God. The government ordinancy department. You know what I mean? That's God. That's on the back of the bill. But we're like, they mimic us, but we're like little seeds of God. We're an everlasting blooming soul. We already have natural connection to the Creator. So it's like, being that they know that, their whole goal is to disrupt that for a season. It's like Jordan. Like, nigga, they see how Jordan is as an example. Like, you couldn't stop Jordan, but they can try to contain him for a little bit. You see, even when the nigga was sick, that nigga was hooping on him, even if that was a conspiracy or not. But it just shows you, like, even if the bro was sick, you still got off on your ass. You know what I mean? So this shows the determination of the original people in the Amaru book. How we were able to build these fantabulous structures. How prophecy came to play and pass, because Most High said he was going to take it from us. He's going to introduce something to us. Not in the way that the Israelites kind of speak to it, but we got to look at it in our own discernment. We start picking up on it. Like, we have resurrections within the earth and its heavens. Certain resurrections, certain false gods is able to rule. their names, they have different names. Like they created these false religions. Even though they was all Nagas, you know, where they use niggas. These beings that's on the first and second resurrection come from different worlds, so they look so different from one another. You know what I mean? So I mean, everybody look hideous. Like if you have dreams and you're eating meat, pretty much, your dreams is like you're not getting visions. You're seeing like some nightmare type shit. They call it nightmares. So you're somewhere on the first resurrection on the earth plane when you rest. Eating is not, I mean, resting is not about fasting from food. It's about your spirituality. You have DMT, you have your DMT molecule that releases in your body to help you to show you that you can go into your to the heavens where you're from, and you experience all these things on that realm. But we was all connected on the third resurrection, on the first, second, and third resurrection. We had everything mapped out. But when they got in, this is when they kind of corrupted everything and started bombing our cities and put false gods in our temples. We started worshiping their false gods. This happened once before Iwata or Hiawatha came into the game and created the Algonquin, you know, the foundation of the true Amaru time. You know, when we all had the unification of the 50 states and everything. But that prophecy can be told from on the other side of the world, Angkor Wat, with the 50 Buddhists representing the 50 states. Pardon me with the I know this shit's kind of going in and out, but you know, yeah, with the you know, with our the FBAs and the NINJIs, we all family, G. Once we start addressing this celibacy thing, this is head on. This is really serious. It's more than the food, because you could just be eating food and still having sex all the time. They're making you think that having sex with yourself and doing all that is good and it's healthy for you, but it's really not. You're training yourself. You're connected to the source, and this is what connects you. You have 33 vertebrae. You have to get the light started from the bottom, like a mercury thing, and raise it all the way up. Like boom, get the temperature to the top. Once you get to the top, boom, the light to the top across the vagus nerve, boom, you become lit. That's when you see all the Jesus pictures is lit. We all lit. We'll start seeing it even if we had different names. The name won't even catch us up, because in that, we'll look at it as being wisdom. We're not saying wisdom is a bad thing, but it's solids, liquids, and gases, something we can be able to measure. We can be like, don't get caught up in that aspect of it. Just know and understand that knowledge and understanding is one and the same. 1 and 3, you know? 1, 2, and 3 equals 6, so that's the equality of the whole human family. And the God is the intelligence that's within us. We're just little God babies. We're little God seeds. And when we grow to vast numbers. The Most High has worlds. The All Spirit has worlds. And we represent pieces of the All Spirit by experiencing these different evolutions in our spirituality, by going to different levels of spiritual existences. When you get to a point where you're going to become a light being, like a true light being. You can cultivate it right now in your embryo form, in your little form. We're getting these downloads from outside the firmament. The firmament is like the womb. Like you're inside the womb and shit. You're not going to be able to get outside of it until you graduate and leave everything on Earth. It's like Star Trek. So when we start dividing ourselves and we calling us, I mean, we know the NINJI is a word. We know FBA is the foundation of Black Americans. We got to roll with that. They talk about, you know, everybody else say we ain't got no culture. We ain't got no. They just clowning on us, man. And the only reason why they want to fuck with us now is because niggas are starting to unite with one another. There's a lot of us practicing retention and celibacy. Hey, what's happening? Stacy Cat, what's happening? We can't hear you? Oh, man. Talk in the wind. It's crazy, y'all. It's sad. Can you hear me now? They be on my ass, man. I'm telling you, I don't know. Wind, the microphone. I got a couple little... I can hear him. You can hear him? Good, I appreciate you. The view and keep the sun on, not because they trying to bring the clouds in, like, because they don't want us to get too much of this radiation. This radiation is like super for you, you know? You ain't got to eat food that much. You see, I got ginger. I'm eating ginger raw. All right, boom, boom, boom. We got the Thuggy Devs right here. They're going to come up in a second. I ain't really trying to bring them up. They just chilling. And we're sporting the feather. We've been sporting the feather for a little moment. And I'm going to tell you a secret about the feather, too, because they don't want you sporting the feather. But I was sporting the feather on the mainland, and I was like, when I was like, I pick up that mug that was in front of me, and every time it comes up, I'll just pick it up and put it on my hat, wear it in a gangster way. Well, I know we was rocking feathers in our hats. I'm like, this is what it is. This is like the ether earphone. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like you start getting downloads even more. It's like all of this shit just come to you right then. The birds come to you, everything come to you. Which, I'm in the middle of the ocean, baby. We're in the middle of the ocean, baby. We're in a spot where we gotta go ahead and get the Kundalini right in his ass so I can get the information back. But yeah, so yeah, we spark the feather, man. Don't be afraid. Don't be embarrassed to rock the feather. The feather pop jump in front of you. You better pick that joint up, man. Put it on, because it raises your vibration instantly. And you're eating fruits and the berries and you're celebrating. You gotta give your celibacy a chance, yo. That's the only thing we ain't done. They ain't never told us to do that. You know what I mean? So we gotta do that. And then we're on a spiritual level, man. This is all spiritual shit. We got light ships and shit like that going on. And this is spiritual elevation. You just don't do it on like they say on sci-fi. You just go out in space and mortals can just fly their ass everywhere. Like, no, nigga, no. There ain't no mortals going past the Van Allen belts on any world. They call them Van Allen belts, but they're resurrection points. That's why Enoch couldn't get to the third heaven. He had to leave the physical body and use the light to even chop it up with to the god of that realm. The dragon just rolled past, because these beings had already lived and died already. You know, and we happen to be a vast number. Like we're like one of the vast Etherian niggas. They know us. And this is what they're trying to keep away from us. But anyhow though, feather is like represent from when we was starting to tap into our inspiration in our prime states. And when you see it, put it on. They'll look at you. Now they know. But I was wearing the feather at the time and they was pissed, you know? They was looking at me like, man, what do you think he is? He's this. It's like, what? You know, but at the same time, the energy that comes along with it, the vibration that comes along with it, go to the vibration that comes along with it. And the crazy part is, I don't like wear them in a whack way. I seen another brother, I went to work, he had the feather on too. We connected so quick. And it's the first time I ever connected with another brother. He was from Milwaukee though. And we was so excited to talk to each other on break, man. And because we knew that he had to go through what he had to go through with the feather, I had to go through mine. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even care. Shit. He had this shit rocking. He wouldn't care. I rock mine the way I rock mine, whichever way. Now then later I started seeing people rocking the feather like what's his name? A man from the South. I'm from Mississippi. He St. Louisiana, bro. Kevin Gates. You know what I'm saying? So I knew already I was stepping into the game. So I started finding feathers every day, all kind of feathers. I'm putting them like, I got the blue jay, I got the Most High, my ancestors, which is I communicate with the Most High through the All Spirit, which gives the information and the message and relay it to the ancestors. Boom. And so they feel it in their spirit. They put me at a job where I can get in tune with the other side. It was dope though, you know what I'm saying? And so I was finding feathers every day. It was something else. And these feathers, I keep them. And then I rock them every day with all kind of shit. If I had Dickies on, I'm rocking the feather with the hat. The hat with the feather, G, tilted. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is what we've been doing. And once they see that we doing that with our style, you know what I'm saying? This is where they start getting a little bit more afraid, because we're tapping into our ether shit now. We ain't just wearing jewels no more. This is a nature's jewel. We're not just wearing it and just to be wearing it. We got the Kundalini going with it. We got the energy. We got the we're not having sex and letting our energy go with everyone. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets to certain levels with this. All in the spirit of Jaguar. Chase all the bad energy out right now. Bless. You know, Jaguar is the name they gave me when I was a child. I was doing kickboxing, and bro, name was three of us. His name was Bear, Leopard, and Jaguar. I was Jaguar. And I was coming to learn what the Jaguar was. And this was like I was like 7 years old, so I started. You know, that was one of my nicknames growing up and stuff. I was like, the Jaguar is very versatile. This shit, you can do all kind of shit, jump in the water and everything. But yeah, but with the feather though, man, you know, and I see the more feathers you find, that's when your ancestors fucking with you then, you know, or any of the ancestors that like you, that the one that just chop it up with you, they put them feathers in your path. After some, you probably thought the spirit is so quick, it's like right there. So it's like we have to go through time here, but the spirit is like they're waiting on the point for you to get to that point so it can boom. You know what I mean? Because they started to master and navigate the way through the spirit realm. These are the things you'll learn upon the first and second resurrection. You learn them now. If you start doing celibacy and shit, so when you start controlling your spirits, controlling your dreams, as you not be running in slow motion. If you doing that right now, I'm pretty sure you shouldn't be doing that unless you're on first resurrection or the earth plane. But if you're like on second and third resurrection, you should be learning, you should be waking up with downloads like Neo and shit, learning like new talents as you woke up. Like, damn, I didn't know I can fix an alternator like this. I didn't know I picked this motherfucker up. It just came to me just to look, boom, 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 boom. I put the belt on, damn. You know what I'm saying? That was a download. That came from one of your ancestors standing over you at night just giving you this information and shit, G. Because we got connection like that. And that means that we got connection to the creator. We're not using our ancestors like we're trying to put voodoo on us like they say. You know what I'm saying? No, that wasn't about us. Only when we got to that point is when we lowered ourselves in vibration and we got to a certain level. And that's when we became pretty much cluster B personality, just to describe it. But in the African continent, they do it a lot. You know, that's the main thing. And so they even try to sell it on across the world. And it's like a lot of the spirits from that continent don't know how to cross the water. And we did, you know what I'm saying? With all love, peace, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? So the Christ consciousness comes from what we was all Christ consciousness and lit, so we're gonna be lit again. And this is the way to do it. It's through raising the light from the base chakra all the way up to the crown and making it bloom. Once we do that, 720 degrees, we all be connected like Wi-Fi type shit. Like we don't even need a Wi-Fi because we'll all be the antennas that control the rain, the hail, the snow, and earthquakes and everything around the world, because now we're operating from the higher self, you know? And it's cool, I guess, if you have sex, people have sex, you know, you get to a point where after a while, man, it's not that it's boring, you be more creative with it, but once you start putting that energy back into the collective and us, we're gonna be even more sharper, you know? So the names and stuff like that, we'll come up with something new. Because we don't have no celebrities or nothing like that try to give us any land, that try to help us out, we don't care. We ain't know it was people that was that damn greedy. It is. It's people that's that damn greedy, yo. I can't believe it, but it is, man. You know, there's people who sacrifice their children and shit, like willingly, not even themselves. You know, just to get some dollars, man, from this world. Most already told us, man, he doesn't want anyone to say that they helped us at all. So that's why we ain't got no allies. So we have to depend on us. I have to go back to the FBA thing. We have to depend on us, because when we're dealing with a narcissistic entity, now everybody want to say something, but they weren't saying nothing when they was coming over and putting stores in the neighborhoods and going in so we can have convenience stores to buy this old nasty ass food at a high ass price, and we didn't have no food stamp and shit like that, so we had to go in the store and probably cut some bread or something like that, you know? But they weren't saying that when they was making millions. It took some years to make millions off of. We got Arabs come through. No Arab came back and said, yo, here you go, nigga, for coming through, for being at our corner, you know what I'm saying, helping us out at our store, buying chips and shit every day. Here you go, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do something with this. Ain't none of them do it. Ain't nobody, we don't care about Louis Farrakhan giving money from whoever the fuck. We don't need it publicly known. A motherfucker could have slid the money under the table and then boom, we could have got the lands popping up. But who we buying the lands from? Motherfucker that stole it from you, so you can't keep the secret that long. So I already know on the business level, we're not gonna come together when you got a million niggas that came together before and we didn't tear the city up or do shit, or we just came in peace, so we didn't come together and use our business minds as far as like finding out the demographics was going to make us the most money and generate the most wealth, as far as like to have the best income, to have the greatest outcome. So now that's why we got to take it to the spirit and shit, because when it's money involved, individuals have got so low that they're utilizing it for you know, weak things. So in this world, you got to be strong. Being strong is being celibate, you know, not releasing that seed and showing an example for the new generation. It's going to be the new norm. And this is how our energy is going to connect and be back to the Christ consciousness once again. False God, Luamong. I know y'all don't know about this, but we're going to tap into this even more deep, because there's wars that's in heaven that's going on right now. We're just at the echo end of it. But at the beginning of it, these motherfuckers was using a sword to make people cross over to be, you know, dealing with the Romans. Them were niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? So they was just do what these people wanted to be God. They wanted to be the all highest. And so they know upon transition, they know the spirit world really good, because they lived in the spirit world longer than your ass has been in the flesh. They know it's everything evolved. So they know how to send motherfuckers to you, to get you, to inspire you to do certain things. So when you transition, you already done gave your life up to Jesus and shit, and you don't even know what the fuck Jesus is. So now they got a false heaven waiting on your ass. So they gonna have niggas snatch you up. Whereas true God is to have the right angels or your right ancestors to come through. If you detox right and exact and refine yourself enough, they're gonna grab you up. And this is the world that shit's popping off right now. We're cleaning up the heavens, but right now they're gonna grab you up and take you to true heaven, where you're supposed to be at. There's different heavens and resurrections. And when you give your soul and your spirit, you'll be going for a long season in a vibration dealing with these false gods. And these false gods come from far off worlds, man, not Earth. They end up penetrating the dome, our firmament, coming from below, coming from out, not up, but out. We come from up, you know. So they come from out. And so once we learn this lesson, and the best way to explain it on a medical terminology format is basically say the cluster B personality disorder, dealing with narcissism, the spiritual narcissism, histrionic, borderline personality, a very sexual motherfucker. You know, you got hermits, you got different sections of these. We're breaking that down like that so we can just be able to tap in. Hey, what's happening, y'all? What's happening? What's up, though? What's up, y'all? What's happening? So, you know, so right now, the best thing we can do, man, is just cultivate our sexual energy right now. That, in turn, brings up our secure level. We won't be gaslighted and projected upon to get a response out of so easily. Because when we respond so easily, we're responding to our narcissistic, you know, projective move or a gaslighting move. You know, when we're in their world and we're traveling and shit like that, I don't care if you got black, MUUR, fucking kingdom, all I survey on your license plate and your certificates with the flag everywhere. It don't matter. You can't really travel. You know what I mean? Until we're traveling in caravans and we got the driver that is licensed and then we're driving 12 deep to wherever we gotta go. And we got the daggone radar, the GPS is popping off, you know, Uncle made the GPS. So we can use the GPS. We can use any of the technology. All our uncles and aunts made this shit up. So we know where we want to travel. When a king is a king, they can't leave their kingdom. You can't be leaving your kingdom like that unless you rolling deep, man. Only motherfuckers that can do that shit is motherfuckers who are like puppets of these people, who are like, you know, trustees who can go from state to state now, because these motherfuckers already took over, you know. And they got cluster B personality disorder, which is straight up narcissism, sociopathic. You'll see the trustees, they are sociopathic. I like Deion Sanders, but he's a histrionic, sociopathic, narcissistic motherfucker. The name shows it all. You know what I'm saying? That's one name. Instead of the people, you want to go after self instead of establishing things for the people, being a chief for the people. You know, we was using our schools as a form of development. You know, the HBCUs as we thought of at our higher and the best of what we thought of to advance our children. But you know, there were higher uppers that knew to keep us at a certain level and shouldn't keep us worshiping, you know, certain false gods, so we can fall into their heavens, even while on earth. And this is how they got ownership over certain mugs on earth. So to get past that, you got to do the Kundalini. Ain't no other way. You know, you're gonna see the attacks really hit then, because we're really doing it. And then as we're connecting more, it's like we're phasing into, we're bringing the reality of the spirit world on our world now. And no matter what we're called, we only need the Most High and our ancestors. That's it. Hey, Zari, what's up now? Shit, what's happening? Because you know, nobody help. Most High say, ain't nobody gonna help. Y'all did crappy counsel behind our back. King David said it. We need help. Once we start crying out like that, Most High's like, okay, everybody's crying out now. Now we're gonna show the real shit, because it's not like these people will ever give you anything, man. It's king, because the narcissistic personality disorder complex can't give nothing up. So if you don't know the true name of your God, what's your God? I don't know what that means, but are you not always worshiping a false idol? I don't worship no false idol, nothing that has an image. The Most High is the all being, the all spirit. It's the all soul. So it doesn't have an image. Any spirit that comes, or any mortal that comes and talks about any type of false god, Most High already showed me on how to be able to test them to see if that mortal or that angel is of the Most High. The Most High come deep, and everybody's gonna see. I'm talking about hella deep. It ain't gonna be one motherfucker. It's gonna be hella deep. I'm talking about like 999 decillion times 999 decillion to the 999 decillion power of 999 decillion deep, nigga. I'm talking about angels deep. Faster, you ain't never seen it before. We're already now. So false gods is already in jail. You know what I'm saying? They're already in hell, in the Hada. It's a place in Atmospheria. You know, that's why they've been trying to destroy the atmosphere. It's called the ozone layer. You know, that's what, you know, in the ozone, that's why they're trying to get outside of the firmament that bad. They're trying to destroy atmosphere. So now their time is up. The sun cycle is up. It's 250 years done passed. They had 1,000 years to run rampant. Just the last 250 years. And now the time is up, G. That's pretty much what it is. But, you know, he says, I mean, God has a true name. Hawa. That's the name that was given through the Bible or the Bible. But the Bible is short for William, and William is William Shakespeare. But, you know, what the Most High was called was Hawa. Like the sound you hear with the ocean, like, you know, the wind. It's the hot, the secure breath. You think that's air you're breathing? Because if it was, nobody would die there. You can just blow you up to some air and shit, some oxygen, you can be back in, like, oh, I'm here, nigga. Yeah, your flesh could be here. That's corporal. You're mortal, yeah, but your spirit about to be, nigga. We up, nigga. What's up? Only Most High got power over that. We knew that. We had to grow with that. We got to understand it. We've been around thousands of years. So once we learned that, our ancestors that done graduated and became Etherian gods, they done came back with thousands of millions of months to teach us the science of agriculture and shit. We learned that. We were so cold with that, we wanted to go show everybody else. We were known as the Most High's chosen people. And we knew that there was other chosen people, which were called FAITHIST, that are around the world. And they're around the world right now. We're all split up. They can call us modern Israelites or whatever. But right now, the call is starting to happen. Trump or trumpet, that's the last one that already going down. Right now, you're getting the call to do the celibacy, semen retention, to connect on the unseen level, the supernatural level. Because you're not going to be able to defeat the devil or anything that's within with a gun. You're going to kill the devil within with a gun. You ain't going to be able to kill the devil on the outside with a gun. Oh, word. Big dog. That's what's up. So what's up with the gang stalking? You already know, man. They be on it, don't they? But the spiritual gang stalking you got spiritual gang stalking now. That means you done already been alerted. You putting in some type of work. They like, hold up, this nigga putting in some work. Hold up. We go over here, put the glasses on and shit. What that motherfucker doing? That, oh, this got another one. He ain't having no say. He ain't busting nothing. You send them some of the baddest bitches in the world that even the millionaire can't even turn down. You know what I'm saying? Starting to find out whatever you like because they be in your dream and shit. First resurrection, second resurrection is being taken back over by the ancestors. So that's gone. All the false gods are getting taken. We got a few more to cover, which we got the Norman nigga, the angel, that false god is one angel. We got this nigga. He finna go do his little time. He got 500 to 1,000 years to do in Haiti. Because he ain't gonna hear no more of that coaching, nigga. That shit, nobody care about that. You went to go set up shop on our land that we already built, nigga. Man, angels over there checking motherfuckers. Like that ain't finna last. Ain't no savior and none of that shit. Man born of woman like that. There's gonna be motherfucking considered God on the Holy Land, G. Only the Most High is gonna reign. Meaning that these niggas is magical. These niggas is magical. It means that we got family that done went to worlds, man, and met other chosen ones who done did the same process of getting off of their worlds. Kind of like Star Trek. Do you develop warp speed, motherfucker? If these motherfuckers develop warp speed, they got off their world, now they can communicate with other motherfuckers. Like, damn, how did you develop this shit? Because that means they weren't together. They didn't exchange no information yet. But yet they both got off their world. How did they figure it out? They were inspired by the Most High. That's what they didn't want to tell you and shit. So when they get in the world, they get in Etheria, they're considered as angels and shit. They're communicating with each other. They're doing the works of the Most High, helping planets evolve the right and exact way. Knowing that the planets travel through certain cycles in certain parts of their zodiac, of their world. That's what niggas do. That's what we do. And that's what they're like, damn, man, we can't let these little niggas in mortal form know that they do this shit, that they're going to grow to be spirits to do shit like this. Let's give them Stargates to talk about and shit. We made Stargates. Well, Stargates was allowed for the motherfuckers to leave from the mortal world to go experience another world while in the mortal form, far away. So you ain't got to be in the spirit form. All you gotta do is cultivate your energy so you can be like boom, because it's gonna make you condense your photon energies and shit when you walk through this liquid water. But you'll be right on the other side. Like boom, I'm here now. I materialized it. All they did was change my molecular structure. Boom, took my elements and my atoms and shit and rearranged. Boom, I'm back here now. But I'm on the other side of the world. I ain't have to go through the interstellar part, which is called water and shit. Damn, it's crazy. Big dog. Man, so you know, that's what we is, man. So rock the feather. When the feather comes to you, that means Most High confirmed it to you, man. I ain't gotta do tarot right now, nothing like that. We just tapping right in and shit. So all the chosen ones in the world, which the Most High called the Iowans, the chosen people who are just spiritually inclined to understand spiritual things, you will all tap in. We're helping the ones who can't see spiritual things. The hunter, we call them hunter-gatherers, or the hunters, the one that is very good at killing beasts and shit like that, the meat eaters. We're about to help them get into jail. And they're all within all of our cultures. So this is why y'all mix. This is why everybody in the world is mixed with the Iowans, or the niggas from America, the chosen ones, the true chosen and most righteous people on earth. Mentally, spiritually, and physically. I'm talking about smart, intelligence-wise, everything. All the inventions, everything came from Uncle and Auntie, man. And even just with dealing with just the Creator itself, we was very in tune with the All Spirit, you know. We didn't have to individually ask our ancestors, you know. But some of us got stuck to doing that, and so then we started becoming low vibrational and kind of putting our spirit family above the Creator. And they not, you know, knowing that you be in atmosphere for a long season, if you're not cultivating your spirits and your gifts on earth, you be in atmosphere for a long season, learning just how to travel to and fro. Just learning that alone in the spiritual world. You just going. And them Druids that been in that world, they've been in that motherfucker for 100 years, man. After that, man. So it's like, it's the same shit goes on, but it's just more vast species now that can't get off of their world plane or earth plane, so they can go get tickets and get on the what do you call them shit, stargates, and go to other parts of the world or the galaxy and shit. They can't even get off. They can't go up, but they can go out. You know what I mean? Because they lack the spiritual understanding of getting up in, you know, ethereal. Which you can do it. And this is the way, the truth and the light. I'm joking, but you know, this is the truth, man. I ain't playing with it. The sun came out, so no, no. Still eating this piece of ginger too, boy. Eat ginger slow. This sting. Sting, y'all. Hey, what's happening, country? Man, we're in the kingdom of Hawaii. I'm from Mississippi. I hope you're still on the line. I mean, probably ain't, but you know, I'm from Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi. Went up to the top of the Nile of the West, which is Minnesota. Went up to Minnesota. Seeing where the top of Mississippi started at. It was a spiritual thing. I had to learn the science of, you know, just putting my family for a lot. I had a lot of things that was putting my family for me to understand spiritually. I learned that from an early age. Through abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. But not like a punk ass physical abuse, but like, damn, you really doing this? Fucked up. And I'm like, oh, like, no, nigga, I kill your ass, nigga. Same shit. So I grow into this information, so I see that Most High put it like that. So it can be able to flow off like how it's flowing off like how it is. We got the little dragon coming in. Hey, Texas. From Texas. I've been through Texas, man. Man, I love Texas. I did door-to-door sales down there. I had to do that job just to be able to learn, you know, further, you know, the salesmanship. As far I know I wasn't gonna be dealing with people later on. So those are my schools and shit. Like when I did jobs like that, I use it as schools for me. You know, especially to learn people and shit. And it's not like learning somebody to burn them. It's just like, yeah, it's just further be able to explain it now. Like I'm like, okay, we all got cluster B personalities. Different cultures, they really got it though. They have it pathologically. Niggas got it just by the traits. Like we can just snap out of it. Like, man, fuck that shit, man. I don't give a fuck about that shit because we really don't. We only care about the Most High. And I noticed that by just being around the world, niggas like to be by themselves at times. We really enjoy our private time, and people look at us like we're really our gods, and we're like God favorites. So they like to be around us, and sometimes it sparks their envy and their jealousy and shit. And it's kind of hard to deal with at times, you know, because but you have to be able to deal with it once you start every day with your your celibacy journey, you get more, everything gets stronger. And it's beautiful, you know what I mean? But attacks come, even physical ones. But I don't like to speak too bad, but damn, it's been so many blessings when you do those journeys and shit. But these people look at us in a different light, you know? I hear it, I learned that they all got close to me. That's all about physical thing. I thought they was more spiritual, but they're not. The niggas are the most spiritual niggas. I see the science of who we really truly is. Like a nigga from Mississippi. Once I took his ass around the world and shit, showed him some shit, let him see, and I was like, okay, I can see the difference. We had a different bond. And the nigga in Africa is not even a nigga. We the niggas. I mean, the American niggas, the nigga. Everybody know this, man. We got a different bond. When they hear us talk, when they hear me talk, they're like, damn, you really is from America. You know what I'm saying? They be like, shit. You know, because there's a lot of people that lie like they from America. When you get outside America, they be like, they look like us. When you hear them talk, they be like, oh, nigga, you ain't from America. Because they had this accent. You know what I'm saying? But with us, we got this old, hey, what up, nigga? Hey, what up, man? Chilling. You hear somebody else like from Africa talking like that, you know they joking and it's fake and shit. It's like corny. It's like, yeah, that's cornball. We'll call it cornball. Then why you call me cornball? Because nigga, you trying to act like us, motherfucker. But I know we was cornball trying to act like y'all and shit. Now we like, man, fuck that shit, nigga. We had all the jewels and shit, the gold, the oil, and everything, motherfucker. We're like, nigga, y'all come over here, nigga. Come to Death Row, nigga. We ain't gotta go over there, motherfucker. Nah, but only there's chosen ones over there. They gotta come over to where we at. It's gonna be really deep, especially in Kenya, because we got the UN over there. They want to kick niggas out. You know, there's certain chosen ones that's over there that's getting inspired by niggas. We're already getting inspired. They already get inspired by the internet, and they're seeing the different narrative that was written. They're like, damn, you know, it's like it says me. We love. Okay, no doubt. Love y'all. Love you. Yeah. So you know, and so you're just looking at it, and I'm like, but I'm seeing the ones who are humble. That are original from around the world. Man, I love those ones, man. They're gonna be chilling with us. And like I say, those are the ones that are from around the world. Most likely gonna bring us all together first. We all look damn near exactly alike with the different copper shades, but we got this little vibe. And it's like it's a difference. And when we see each other, we know it's God. You know it's God when you see another brother. Even if he's on a low vibratory. Okay, I'm back. Make sure that didn't pop off. But you know that that's him, you know what I'm saying? So and we never really bribe each other. Niggas never really bribe each other. Okay. We never really bribe each other for things, man. You know what I'm saying? If anything, we looked out for each other. So that bribery comes from when you're in your low vibratorial cluster B personality, sort of like spiritual type shit. You know, we never had police bribe us. Like, as far as like, you see what happened with niggas and police, shit. Hey, y'all, it's self-explanatory. We're gonna do some reaction videos to that. That's already known. So if we gotta go abroad to our brothers and sisters and I get bribed on the street by the police, man, to give them $15 US or $20 or something like that out of nowhere, and it's like, I didn't do nothing wrong, you just asked me for some money? I can see if I did something wrong, I'd be like, hey nigga, hey, here, take that. You know what I'm saying? That's bribing. You know what I'm saying? But just walk up to a nigga as a check, it's kind of fucked up. It says, well, I have to go, okay, well, hopefully we can build some, okay, no doubt. Definitely, I appreciate you. Love in the highest all light, you know what I'm saying? That energy's gonna be good. Keep that love going, you're so surprised that shit spread around where I'm at. I see that love works really quick. And they see that niggas use it and they have it, you know what I mean? So once it's used, it's like spread from person to person, you know? And we got it really naturally amongst us. Like, that's why we like to be around each other. Even if we're going through hell. We accept each other, the good, the bad, and the ugly, man. I'm telling you, we like the only people that really do that. And so, it's still love involved in that, and that means that still the most high is in there. And we do actually give a damn. But right now, as far as like, I gotta talk about I keep trying to say this about the FBA. Because they'll tell us, and I like this, bro, I ain't trying. I know this is the way. I'm pretty sure Malcolm X will say it too. We have to go to ourselves first. You know what I'm saying? We have to deal with ourselves first. I don't know if the wind blowing hard as a motherfucker seems like it is, but we have to go with ourselves first and shit, because everybody's got something to say now, and that's cool. But once we start doing ourselves first, and I start seeing how we're really interdependent people, and how we're really creative, and that we're really dealing with the Most High Creator, and that once we get soothing and cool and comfortable, because a lot of people don't want us. It's like being with a narcissist. They don't want narcissists don't want you to separate from them if they're benefiting from some type of narcissistic award. So if the narcissist like, yo, you break up with the narcissist, man, we won't get paid and shit like that. But it's like, look, I'll get y'all all paid. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna have to need some time by myself so I can heal, man. Y'all been in my shit for hundreds of years. I don't even know what the fuck is me. You been living. I come to the mound. I see motherfuckers sledding down the mound and shit. Do you know there's a holy ceremony that happened up in that mound? Man, we gotta get y'all off this shit for a second. Hold up, man. Disrespecting. You know these waters that you're bathing in over here? And this was part of considered something, whatever the fuck. We used to get our golds and minerals about that motherfucker. Just put your hand at the bottom. I just pull up rocks and just be gold in my hand, nigga. That was one of the first places we discovered type shit. But now, look what the river is. They done robbed the river or the creeks clean and shit. So, I mean, it's a lot of things going on. You gotta give time. You see how good it was when we had time without going in the world, period. Man, nature started to come out. Animals was different. It was, and that was like a month. So we gotta take some years to ourselves, five or more, but it's like you gotta take it from a narcissist. You have to break up with a narcissist, meaning that you can't do nothing that a narcissist is gonna give you. A psychopath, you really can't do it. A psychopath they feel like they own you. We're dealing with a psychopath, motherfucker. We're dealing with a psychopath. Niggas are psychopaths too, but I'm saying we're psychopaths with hearts. You know what I'm saying? We hit you in the football field, pow! Get you up. Good job, man. Good job. We're not trying to hit you to kill you and break your limb and shit, you know what I'm saying? But we're trying to hit you hard enough. That's psychopathic, you know what I mean? But in a way that they're psychopathic, they want to own something outside of them. They want to own something other than themselves. And so we became the number one supply source if we look at it from a psychological perspective. Like, we became the number one supply source. So they beat up on their supply source. Their number one supply source, they beat up, slap around, tell the whole rest of the world, smear campaign on what these niggas really ain't doing. They ain't shit. You see how we whipping them in the street? You know what I mean? They protesting on some shit. Like, now everybody's starting to find out, like, oh damn, they were a good wife. You know what I mean? They're powerful, but they were just being a good wife. That's what we were doing. You know what I'm saying? Being a good wife to the Lord, a good husband to this whore who was going around sitting on many waters and shit. And this bitch going around giving everybody head. I'm like, damn, bitch, now you got everybody in my house and shit. The UN, you giving everybody head? You done gave everybody a flag and shit, stole my little star, put it on everybody's map. Damn near. And put it on everybody's flag. Like, damn, bitch, you a hoe. And, if you would have told me you was a hoe from the beginning, you know I wouldn't fuck with you. So you know you had to deceive me in some form of fashion. Ain't too many niggas getting upset with a bitch that told them that they were a hoe before they got with them. So she like, you know what, I'm a hoe. I'm not a whore. I don't fuck with money. I'm just a hoe. I can't help it. Type shit. Okay, bitch, I understand. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't. You came in all sickly. And then when you seen what was nice, you're like, shut up. Like, damn. So we was turning the other cheek thinking you're a man and shit. Spiritually, it's hard as hell to take. But we turned the other cheek and shit. Like, damn. But now we realize you ain't no man. You a beast. You ain't no goddamn man. All the rules don't apply to your ass. And once everybody catch on to it, it's only a certain amount of time, man. Because you're not really a whole full-blown man. A full-blown man will hold accountable his actions at some point in time in his life. That's what it is. So that cluster B personality, that narcissistic psychopathic personality disorder that you would never change about yourself. Also, I said it. He said it will go on for forever if I don't stop this shit. Just letting you know. You know what I'm saying? So he got to show you on a supernatural level. Like, these my niggas. And I'm going to show you the niggas from before in light. The most famous niggas in the world. Like, we ain't gonna even remember Hall of Fame niggas that we talk about now. We ain't gonna remember none of these niggas. We don't care about that shit. This is corporal form, man. We gonna look at them in the spirit world like, man, you see Michael Jordan? Yeah. That nigga was cold when he was in the flesh. That nigga didn't cultivate that spiritual energy and shit. That nigga can't even fucking swirl in the air over here and shit, nigga. It's fucked up. None of them niggas, man. Why? Because you didn't even add on to your family, man. I don't care if Kyrie Irving, none of you niggas, I don't care what the fuck you say. I don't care if you say, I'm gonna go and get the land, the biggest motherfucker, I'm gonna have birthing, natural births, grocery store. You could have did that in the first 2-3 seasons. You could do that right now, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? You could have been did that. I don't give a fuck what they use you to say about the word. I don't care, man. You're in their world. You're on their TV. Nigga, shit. We can't even put our shit together because it's gonna be red flagged in their world. You know what I mean? So now we gotta supersede their shit. Get right to the spiritual. They say it so much in church, you know. So they only supersede that in churches to get back. You got to really actually use that energy, because once they get out of church, they go and eat some type of swine, and the swine is like, you know, what's happening, big dog? The swine is like, you know, it got parasites in it, the China worm. So of course it goes in, has instructions from its creator or its maker to go into the intestines of man or intestines of anything and eat through the bowels and lay these larvae and get to the spinal cords and get up to the brain and affect the thoughts. And that's what it's programmed to do. And then you got other additives, preservatives, and byproducts doing the same damn shit. So now you got your auras under attack. Now you don't have no defense mechanism because they want to be offensive to your ass. You ain't got no way to defend yourself, because now all the shit's fucked up. He said, no way swine, no eating swine. That's hella right. Wow. I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the quickest way to get us. So now we're gonna have to really kind of put that to the side for a second. I mean, I like when my bros and them be cooking and shit. You know, I just like the art of it. All right. So it's like I see it from a different level. I see how the beauty of the Most High still create how even when we're in our low self, look how banging that shit is. You know what I'm saying? How they can do. Once you get past the taste, we create everything with taste anyways. You can't just eat meat. You put it in a pot and boil that motherfucker. It's like, here, eat. You know what I'm saying? Niggas had to get some spices, giblets, and garlics. Niggas had to learn agriculture. You know what I'm saying? You had to slide meat in there a little bit later and shit. We was able to see spiritual things, so we weren't just running around killing shit and putting things in the oven. And, you know what I mean? I love pizza. Ooh, we're gonna have some vegan pizza, some upside down vegan pie pizza. So it's good tasting ass, you know, thick ass pizza too. I like to do that shit post workout. But you know, so it's a lot of things. The food does matter. Because it's a spiritual battle, you know what I mean? The food matters because of the spiritual nature of shit. You know, I gotta keep it real just like that. Because this is what keeps our Kundalini going right and exact. Once they know the attack is on our Kundalini, once we get over that, we'll have all confidence in our own self, no matter who we are as men on earth, period. And then the women, they just get down. They're just gonna be who they is. You're gonna naturally be attracted to them. I mean, women are just naturally sexy and shit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just how Most High made it, man, and created it. They're beautiful as hell, but to be able to differentiate through them, even when they're in their higher self, you have to be in your higher self. You'll see that they can still kind of harbor some of that cluster B personality disorder, that entitlement issue, you know, depending on if you're not equally yoked. But if you're equally yoked, you ain't got to worry about shit. Y'all cool with everything. But if you're not equally yoked and you're just dating, just know that chances you're going to be dealing with borderline personality disorder chick. Pretty much. Yeah, so you're gonna be dealing with that, you know what I'm saying? So vice versa with the dudes too. The same thing with the dudes, you know what I mean? Because borderline personality disorder male, a very high sexual male, if he wasn't molested and he was doing the molesting, he can be born wicked too and shit, you know what I'm saying? But if he was, he could probably change ones who change it up and be like, yo, they're trying to actually heal these things. You know what I mean? So it depends on whatever role I'm gonna take in the life. But this is this is between you and the Most High. This is how you cultivate that heart, so you don't be able to form that hate into other motherfuckers. Shit. We're gonna accept us all. You know, ain't gonna be no dividing. But first we gotta deal with what's over in tomorrow. Because if you got any of the drip or the DNA, the DEA, or the NAGA in America, then it applies to you. So this is why it's very important for us to be all over here. You know, because we had a mixture and multitude of a lot of things popping off. So once we get back together and start healing, having our powwows, you know, the spirit start catching on. It's gonna set us. It's gonna. When they say God gonna walk with us, it's the Etherian God. Gonna chill. Like I'm talking about, like we got it set. I mean, everything gonna be set. It's not like we're gonna be scraping and straggling just to drive, to get to and fro. We got to talk these clever words like, yo, I'm just traveling. I'm not driving, you know. And then they can add you little things so you can say responses They're doing the cluster B personality. They're projecting something on you so they can get a response out of you. Plus, they're vampires, so they hire these vampires who are narcissistic to get a response out of this empathic individuals, the one who already know that they're gonna pull you over. Like, I seen you over there in the car. I know you about to pull me over. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I already know you're finna gaslight and project something onto me that is not right and exact. You know, but now that shit's gonna be up. And so we have to recommend not really traveling in their world like that too tough. It's really that serious. You know what I mean? And on a vast level, on a national level, it's like the nucleus has to form like a beehive, and then we make more hives. But you gotta have a beehive, a main beehive first. And the only place you really can do it, man, and it's for the real ones is listening. The only core, and you ain't never been to Mississippi, that's pretty much it. Because Mississippi is where you're gonna get the only true love of a NAGA at or a nigga at. That's why they put Deion Sanders in Mississippi. You know, got Jackson State. For him to idolize and devalue Jackson State, it was horrible for him to do. You know what I mean? So they mocked him and did what they did to him, and they're still mocking him to this day. You know, it's a public humiliation between him and his son. We don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck how good he is, nigga. They don't care what team you're on, nigga. They'll sabotage the whole league to show you fuck your son. That's how they say. I mean, I wouldn't even want to play in the league. I wouldn't even grow my fucking son up to play in the league, because it's at a point like you didn't know and understand the science of knowledge itself. Like, nigga, we ain't gonna never prosper in that shit. You want a room in their room. You want to be in the upper room in their house. Like, instead of have your own house, you want to go to the Hall of Fame and tell these motherfuckers they need a new room from me. We don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They got cluster B personality disorder. As long as you turn your back on your people and be the trustee that you is, everything's cool. But knowing and understanding, they trying to take everything from your ass, especially your boys and your babies. And I see, when I see the transition, the depth and all that, I don't like when I see certain things. You know what I mean? But I know when you try to undermine Jackson State like they ain't shit, like Mississippi ain't nothing, it's the most lovingest place. People always talk bad about it. Yeah, we wild and shit, but no one understand you get the best love out, and you're gonna get it the way it is, real. And once we heal even more, man, ain't nobody gonna be coming through. We're gonna have to do something on a really vast level to come through our shit, because we're gonna have motherfucking arms, we're gonna have guards around our shit. You know what I'm saying? Most likely gonna give us the land back. And so it's deep, man. So we're all gonna be, no matter what name we is, FBA, all that. We're all gonna be, we have to deal with ourselves first. We can't let no Asian, nobody get their ass back in our shit right now. You know what I'm saying? I like how they can support. We always say it, nigga, like if you white and you down with us, come through. But now we can't even do that. We can't even do that. Nobody who's came through and benefited off of any of the treaty can chill. This is how serious it's gonna be, man. Our presence is the most explosive presence in the world, man. To be around us is very, it's a gift. Once you see this, it's like, man, you'll take your energy back from anyone who disrespects you in any form of fashion, man. And they show total disrespect when you can't even travel in the world, man. And on your land and shit. We know the ancestors finna handle the ones who did the cruelty. They finna get handled. But it's the fact of the matter is, they still don't give a damn. And it's not gonna be fixed in mortal form. So we got a hell that's waiting for their asses. A hotter that's waiting for them. And they know it. They not gonna get no heaven over here. They ain't gonna see no more drop of this, man. Because the spirit that they got in them is on the latter part of the breath of the Creator. Like, that's the part that's like, okay, that's the part that gotta be fixed. It's gonna take a long time. So they got a place. Our spirits, our ancestors, we create certain heavens for certain spirits like these motherfuckers. That go on every world, G. Well, I like the Mississippi third eye made it fine. You see me with me? That made me want to flow that shit. It's a hot cheese with pepperonis, nigga. Hey, if you have some veggie pepperonis, them shits is good. They saying all you like pepperoni for is a salty taste. If you can have a salty taste, you wouldn't even care about pepperoni, where if it's real or not, nigga. I'm talking about like not like a grafted form, but I'm talking about you get it from a plant-based form, not a plant-based, like I made it from a whole bunch of soy and shit like that. It's like, yo, plant-based, like a little cucumber and something. Kind of did your little magic. But anyhow, though, man. So that's how deep it's gonna get, man. And we're just gonna have to take this energy back. We're gonna have our own little schools. Everything's gonna, our elites in our world, they're gonna see the deans. Everybody's gonna have to change. come up out we got to get about the armed forces, because we run the armed forces. You know what I'm saying? We know that they got, you know, individuals from Europe in their armed forces too, so they blend in with us. But we're gonna have to get up out of that. A lot of that stuff we got to get up out of, and then be with our own. You call it expatriate, whatever it is. What we're gonna have to do for self, you know. And then we can trade with the other individuals who got something, you know, because ain't no nigga come together. I'm talking about trading is still business, because we can have business within our own. But you know, we can trade something outside of what we have just to still give you this flavor that we got going on over here, you know. But yeah, if you got something that just created and we want to import it in, yeah, cool. You know, we'll do some shit like that. Other than that, man, we got to get well, and then we start inviting you back in. Like, okay, come on in. You done seen us from afar. You know what's up. All right, so I had to chime in on that. I got people coming through. They looking like, oh, but these people I had to understand. People that when they see a brother, they don't necessarily have like sexual desires or objectifications, even if they see the body. They're kind of like, they like the fact that it's a brother, and they're good to see outside of America, because our America is like our kingdom and shit. They know that we weren't brought there, so to see us outside of that is like, can I get a picture with you? Can I see you? Because they know we got talents and gifts and stuff. You know what I mean? Even skills, because you know we carpentry, you know, HVAC. We did a lot of things, man. You know what I mean? So we've been doing it for a lot of time. You go to Mississippi, a lot of men down there, they know a lot of stuff as far as dealing with auto mechanics, you know, and you know, dealing with air conditionings and how to, you know, fix things. We ain't never had no major company in Mississippi like that. We had Bubba down the way, you know, who know how to fix damn near everything, G, you know what I'm saying? But they knew this, so they kind of came in and kind of flooded our communities with drugs and stuff like that. Drugs ain't necessarily a bad thing, but when they cut it, it made it bad. But we already had cocaine and shit like that, but we had to cut it a different way. You know, we had heroin. We did it at a different point of view, different way. You know, we didn't have it where you can go into poverty and shit, though. You know, these are highly spiritual people. But, you know, that's another story, though. But that was all on our side of the world. You know, we had that. We can cultivate with it. So any of that shit that goes on over in their world, that's gonna be the new world. Kenya and all that shit with the new UN. When them drugs get to flooding the streets, it ain't gonna be the main drugs. Gonna be meth and shit like that. When they start flooding that shit over there, they're gonna wish they wouldn't have talked that shit on us. Cause we already went through that shit. That's why niggas gonna be together, man. You know what I'm saying? You gonna wish you never motherfucking try to bribe a nigga that came over there just to add on to that was just happy with being over to where niggas was at. We thought was niggas was at. You know what I'm saying? Well, now we realize why great whites circling the fucking Africa in the first damn place. Like, damn, man, they don't want y'all ass to leave this place, man. Well, so I like, shit, we got all the dams in America. Anyways, we the home of the beaver. So that's what we is, man. We the home of the elks, man. You know what I mean? That's who we is, B. That's us. They took our shit and stole it from us, man. We're the beavers, man. We're the beaver lodges, man. You know? To learn the science of a beaver, man, just study the beaver. You'd be like, damn, them niggas is swift. You know, they make dams. And you gotta be a smart motherfucker to make dams. What they say, the Great Lakes wasn't even here before 1600s or something like that. I mean, some niggas was made them shits then, huh? I mean, you gotta be a vast culture to make some shit like that. You had to be smart as a motherfucker. I mean, you had to be in communication with angels. People call them extraterrestrials, that's different. Angels, nigga, like angels that came from the outside of the dang on firmament that teaches us on the higher learnings of the second and third resurrections. Third resurrection can't no low angel get to. You have to raise up the plateau. We're raising up the plateau on earth right now, so no motherfucking weak, low vibratory spirit can even get up to this point. To even think about, to even think about getting to this point, it's gonna be an illusion to them. You know what I mean? Because sex, the Kundalini energy is an energy that's hard to cultivate. That's why they want to cultivate yours instead of theirs. They want to keep using yours and shit, nigga. They don't care about theirs. They'll spill their seed on your ass all day, man. Man on man, nigga, on the man. Like looking at you. They don't care, man. They allow themselves to do it. So now we're raising the plateau, and it's the way to do it in the flesh. So it's like, damn, these niggas are ready to raise the plateau. They're not fucking none of our bitches. And they got some bad bitches. And them bitches gonna be offered to you too, man. It's a lot of them. Even if niggas who deal with the trainees and shit like that, it's gonna be a lot of them because that's a taboo thing. But you can master them motherfuckers. But at the same time, that's why most houses gonna make it to be where nobody can get pregnant from you. So you really take them into hell if you're gonna do some shit like that. If you master this first and you one of them niggas that's like, well, I ain't worried about the family, I'm just gonna these motherfuckers up. You know what I'm saying? Then do it to them. Don't take it out on your brothers, because that's where it matters at. These motherfuckers, these beasts. You know where they going. So you just don't fall victim to the shit. Now, if you is, well, if you a master, then you ain't, nigga. Shit, you know what I'm saying? But that's how it is, though. What else? So, you know, that's deep. That's getting real, though. I just got to keep it serious and real. You know what I mean? I keep saying soon. Oh, yeah. Do you think that there will be a time where we'll take the planet back? Yeah, it's happening right now. It's doing it right now. We can't even be talking like this. No false prophet gave us no information like this. No form of fashion. Even of our single prophet niggas and shit. I'm talking about the niggas that really didn't even know too much, that was just regurgitating information like, you know, I like Young Pharaoh, but it's the right stance that the nigga took. Like that. You know what I mean? I just found out about Rashad Jamal like a year ago or so. That bro, even though he was naming species and shit like that, that's dealing with the Yakub, I mean not Yakub, that's dealing with that's when you're dealing with, what's that dude named Malachi York and shit, you know what I'm saying? He naming species instead of staying on topic and letting your nigga know like, oh nigga, nah, y'all got this on y'all planet. Y'all done evolved all the way up and got out into the world. Y'all are the Ethereans, truly, you know? Instead of saying that, instead of saying, hey, yo, we came from playing Risk and we came over here to y'all niggas and shit. Y'all ain't shit. Even though somebody came and put a hole in our ozone layer, we had to come to y'all shit to get gold and shit, come back to ours. Now we'll be back to y'all in 25,000 years. Like, nah, man, no. We know the science of 25,000 years. We know the circumference of this world is 25,000 miles of where we're at, you know? So now we're not gonna take your stories. And y'all niggas supposed to be vast star travelers with y'all ships and shams and shit like that. And y'all crashing into planets and shit, solid planets that you say, and you using the Copernicus model. You saying that these motherfuckers, you saying that they're solid planets and shit. Like there's planets that are closer to the sun that are solid, like Mercury and Venus and shit like that. So on your world, well, there was a world out here that Telmac or whatever, Mount Duke, they said these niggas crashed into and it formed the asteroid. Mosai said that shit was already there, nigga. I mean, shit just is, motherfucker. And these niggas trying to take credit for the creator. See that they try to get you into their realm and their world? They go to great lengths. They'll do it to the end. It was a song I was saying by these white dudes. I forgot. I got to pull that shit up. Tell you what was going to happen between 2020 and 2030. Even Malachi York said the 2030 is going to be done. They married up and took that nigga off the market. Tried to sell his land and shit. How you going to sell 476 acres? He said he wanted to sell it. How you going to sell it? Mosai said it. To Abraham, nigga, don't sell none of your shit to these people and don't deal with the government, nigga. You mines. Have your children playing on the soil and shit like that, rolling around being happy, man. Don't be in they shit. Peace, God. They said Anunnakis revealing themselves on the, you know, they've been here. And that's what Malachi York say. And then they say 2 weeks ahead, and they said in 2 weeks. So that's the funny good part and shit. You know what I'm saying? What's up, man? How you doing, man? Come on over here. Give me Me neither. That's what's up, girl. That's what's up. I appreciate it. I thought you was pulling that. No doubt, big girl.
Because he's like, you see, run out. Every nigga.
Nah, don't do that shit. I wouldn't even do that.
Everybody looking at me like, oh, you give him up, you give him up. It's like, nah.
Nah, we're good. We're good. I appreciate it. I got you. I'm gonna hit you a little later then and shit. I come through. Okay, no doubt. Good to see you. Alright. So yeah, that's a homegirl, man. She's really smooth and shit. Very fresh, I gotta show y'all. So, now you laughing because I'm naturally been happy, so I had to learn how to cultivate my energy, my happiness, so it spreads. So people do walk up to me just to get that energy, because it's like that. It is like that. And it can be corny to other people, like, corny ball, you know what I'm saying? And it's been like that my whole life. But this is how most I made it, man. And he made a nigga whatever way I am to people. But nah, the Anunnaki, the NOI, they never say the word the Anunnaki. The first people I heard say it was Zachariah Sitchin. And then the nigga Malachi York started chopping it up even more about it. It's like, he's like, as soon as he found out what's coming out, let's jump on that. Let's jump on that. And da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? But the nigga ain't never said nothing about the Owaspy. You know that we are earth and sky people, G. And the Owaspy didn't have to say that, but that's what we is, though. We are earth and sky people. When they came over to Amaru or TAMERI, they said that we was earth and sky. Nigga, that means that we were in tune with ourselves on the earth plane, and we got spiritual motherfuckers chilling with us. Just chilling, nigga. I'm talking. We ain't like that now because we're about to be that way. And this is what they're trying to phase out. Because this is what's gonna happen. Like, you gonna be seeing motherfuckers you knew. Like, damn. And you ain't crazy, motherfucker. And so we was like that, man. Chilling, having a conversation. They knew the all spirit, but they know that they've been living in, they didn't know of the all spirit like that. They trying to graduate off their plane. Then you got the ones who know the all spirit, your ancestors that's already on second resurrection. They in higher light. Their light is vibrating higher. They're like, yeah, vibrating higher. They're like, yeah, baby. You know what I'm saying? We got this school happening over here. Boom, boom, boom. So whatever talent you want to cultivate upon, you know, boom, 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 we got you. We protect you. So they try not to give you horrific, you know, transitions, but it happens. But they try to, you know, to guide us. But we're in a certain time where angels and mortals are tested. And this is where the faith comes in at. You know, and when they say faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, there's a better way of saying that too. It's a little deeper. This is what the God said. It said it was Christ, okay, and false God Yahweh, yeah. It's not Hawa. That's right. You know that. Hawa is the real. Zechariah 6 said Iki never had a brother. He said a brother. Yeah, Zechariah 6 had this story about Enki and the little. It was called a tablets of the gods, you know, a tablet of a god, of a Sumerian god. It was basically being building about Enki. I think Enki is the one that they had outside of wedlock, you know what I'm saying? So he was the one that kind of tried to protect man from the flood and all of that, and was gathering them up when Enlil was like, yo, nigga, we're gonna flood everybody out. And so he was like the main reason how they survived and shit like that. And he made it with a girl or whatever, and they came up with a baby that was like a blonde haired baby and shit like that. But that's according to that story, you know, that's what they say in that story. Everybody got different stories, you know what I'm saying? The Owaski talks differently, it talks about that story, but it's not dealing with the name of Enki and Enlil, you know, but you gotta kind of put it together of where, okay, there's a false god named Anu Hasaj who came and he wanted to be the god of the world, supposedly. After seeing his homie Itura gain a high godship on earth by being a false god in India, which was over, you know, across seas and shit. That's why he got all the immaculate structures on earth. That shit was already made in heaven. So it's like when they made it on earth, it was like, nigga, that's how that shit was made. The spirits helped them niggas. The ancestors made it. But he was a false god, so he wanted to make his kingdom look real good. So when they found out about the land of the Iron Ones that was rich with Iron Ones, or the chosen ones of the creator, which is the Amaru, you know that shit was across the ocean. And they knew that niggas came from there all the way to India before. And they already seen immaculate structures, so they just learned from the masonry that was there, and they just duplicated that shit even more, you know what I'm saying, to make the kingdom extend bigger. But he sent emissaries back to America. He's in spirit form because they know how to cross the ocean. They know that we traveled to different points as we went through the Pacific. And then, so bam. And they got over there, they sent false gods. And then that's how we started falling from grace, and we're, you know, was being obsessed by these spirits. But then Most High came, boom, 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 gave us the right ones and set it right again. So we didn't have these false gods in our midst no more. You can hear that with the story of Hiawatha. Hiawatha and many, but Hiawatha came up with the whole connection of the Algonquin. So Most High, basically that story, the Most High was like, this nigga Hiawatha was so cold that they said that nigga was so cold in the spirit. He was very tall and copper skin that nigga could float from one side of the river to the next. You know, that's according to the Wasby. That nigga was like in mortal form, man. But he was cold, so he went around the world, or you know, America, and establishing, you know what I'm saying, civilization and shit with all the angels and shit like that. You know, and they building canals and everything. And so got all the land united, so when the false Christ comes in the future, we'll be able to unite again, showing the power of the Most High Creator, that there ain't gonna be no false God, no false Christ or Savior in the land no more. So now we know. Shit. It says, I went down deep into shrooms. I need to give me some shrooms, man. Damn. Hey, Audacity. I gotta cover up the phone. Yeah, Audacity, what's happening? It says, I was mad when they came back here. Yeah, man, some stuff going on. Mainly, you know, we got that 33rd parallel popping off and shit. I was born on the 33rd parallel. A lot of science in my birth, dude. You know what I mean? A lot of things, native plants, a lot of things. The numbers involved. That's why I was like, I knew. And the things I had to go through and shit. And the desire that I had to even talk. helping with this. You know what I'm saying? So anyone else can put it together. I know it's gonna probably cut off and I ain't got that much roof on that. But you know, so we can all put it together so we don't get caught up in the cycle of just like our Osirian cycle, or you know, basically just dealing with, you know, the star tracks or the star calculations and, you know, doing things at that point. Even though that's very helpful for us, so we can use prophecy in the corporate form, but now we're cultivating our spirit, you know, and by doing that, this is a new age. So now we're gonna tap into the spirit and how we were really tapping into the spirit. Like, oh, so now we're gonna be having more technology, all this shit. Their technology is gonna be limited. We're gonna be separate. I'm telling you, we're gonna be separate, G. And most of it for the show is ass. I'm talking about, it's showing ass right now, but I'm talking about really show ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's at the point everybody's primed and prepped up for the niggas now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's our turn, nigga. Nah, I'm just talking, but they at least know what's up, though. They know it's serious, man. But yeah, just cultivate that energy, man. I don't want this joint to go out. I gotta go charge it up and go into their little establishment to charge my joint up. 2040, they gotta go down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But we already know the end of the art cycle right now, because it takes 200 years before the transition happens. You know, we're letting into this information. It takes about 200 some years before the transition happens. As far as like everything changes up, because there's gonna be a lot of anarchy, which is happening right now. 2048, all around those times, you know, a lot of things are supposed to go down. You know what I mean? I didn't want to say anything prophetic because I know they locked on now and shit, and that's so many years in the future for them. You know, at this point, right now, if we could just cultivate 14 months of that semen retention and that celibacy, and don't let it out, then we good to go then and shit. Then we're doing something then, and then boom, them years don't even matter. They just come. The days just be beautiful every day and shit. You'll get your one. They'll come. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's gonna be doing the work. They're gonna do the work. And they're right, think it does. They're like, well, they feel the energy. That's why they chase each other around and shit. And I'm a little happy and joyful. You know, everybody's kind of mean and mad around here because they all got their portals open doing drugs and shit, kind of messing up things. Hey, I'm out here. I'm about to pull into the live brizzle. I gotta charge this mug up, man. He says, "Is there so-called?" Yo, hey, I gotta chop it up with you, Antoine. I'm gonna send you a message on the Instagreasy, man. I think you and your pops. I think I'm talking to the right guy. You know what I mean? So we can chop it up. But yeah, I'm gonna send you a joint. But Phoenix, we were about to chop it up about Phoenix. But Phoenix, that's our area, G. You know, that's our area, man. It's primed and prepped and ready for a nigga, man. Almost, nigga. Almost, nigga. You know what I'm saying? After that, it's about to be popping, man. It's about to be popping. So that's what I'm saying. We can do this, we're gonna all connect. I mean, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be fun when we connect. I'm telling you, we just gotta deal with each other. That's it. But we're gonna know what to do, because now we got talents and shit. We know how to motherfucking irrigate soil. We know how to plant trees. We know when we go to the land, nigga, we getting fruit trees right away. Right away, motherfucker. If we got trees we don't want, that's not needed at those times, depending on what area of the land that we can get, we chopping them trees and selling them for thousands of dollars, nigga. I know how to do business, but I had to go into the spirit game first to chop it up to get the downloads. But then when that shit happened, nigga, it's a wrap. Now we know how to grow our grains and shit and store our grains. It's a wrap, G. Build our own lake, throw our fish up in there for the niggas who eat fish. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Most I like, yo, it's one of the blessings, man. I'm trying to tell you with our own shit. Hey, see the beat? That was the beat that just rolled right in front of us. See, I already let you know, man. It's on like hot butter popcorn. All we gotta do is just cultivate this happiness, go through this hell to come out right. This is where the love is. Knowledge, wisdom, you know what I'm saying? Going through hell to come out right. But today, wisdom, knowledge, it's the universe, you know what I mean? It's all coming to the understanding. It's 1, 2, and 3, or whether it's 2, 1, 3, it's all going to equal 6. You know what I mean? But 2, not 2, 1, but 2 and 3, yeah, that's like what I meant. But 2 and 1, and 1 and 2 is going to equal 3. So no matter which way you put it, it's going to show the love and the understanding of the Creator. Anyways, you know, so we'll come together. Fruits are the healing, that's right. So we're going to plant the fruits. We're going to have the tobacco, whatever. That's a part of our culture. I ain't even got to smoke tobacco. I like the smell of it. You know, the herb, everything. Can't say shit about us, man. It is mad because we're going to get into with that spirit game. You know what I'm saying? Working out, got the course. We're going to build our own courts outside with our own hands, nigga. We don't even want nothing. We want to put the gold on my hands back again because I gave that up. Now that nigga got the gold back. Yeah, we all got gold, nigga. Ain't that right? Think you does. You know what I'm saying? So now we all got gold. We got gold back on again and shit. Like, oh, these niggas got diamonds because they don't lie. We're wearing diamonds on our left side and using our energy to further enhance the daggone precious stones. Cause these niggas wearing the stones now, that shit ain't working. They just wearing them motherfuckers. They want these niggas to wear fake stones. Like, niggas, we ain't wearing shit fake. They got it. Hey, even if it's cubic zirconia, motherfucker, there better be a real cubic zirconia. Nigga, we ain't wearing shit fake. We're gonna use the energy from something. Hey, Debo, your eye better. Come here, man. Come here. Come here. Come here, man. Oh, he wanna come out. He was on his way. Y'all see this little ass? Like, come here, man. He's like, what's up? I was fucked up yesterday, man. We prayed over that motherfucker. Look at you. You can see, nigga. Hey, that was dope. That's dope, man. I'm happy about that little nigga. You gonna come through and say hi? That nigga eye better. Your eye better, nigga. That's dope. Alright. Sorry, y'all. I'm finna go ahead and jump up off the joint. I gave enough energy to the people around me and shit. But yeah, we're gonna chop it up, y'all. I wanna make sure we stay tuned. It says stop earrings, but I couldn't afford the diamond. I know how it is. I got to the point where I was like, why take it? Right, I can get, yeah, you'd be surprised you get little stones from the stores, right? And get your little whoop, and you can have your own stones. We're in that age. You have your little black, they got diamonds, like Hersher diamonds, or I forgot what they call it, but they mine out of New York. And you chop them bitches, you can actually kind of break them or get small ones and shit. I know they're like, they ain't a diamond, you can break them. But you gotta, it's hard though, but they still got energy. Any of the quartz crystals and shit, you can make your own earrings and shit out of, you know what I mean? So, you know, they're not even gonna give us copper on them earrings. But copper is it's electric. Like this copper right here, this motherfucker's own in mine, right in the back of my damn cerebral, nigga. That's like the motherfucking avatar, motherfucker. It's burning on my damn neck and shit. That's why I was like, what the? This nigga, oh, that nigga own, boy, and shit. And I'm probably where everybody look at me like this nigga got copper, this shit own like a motherfucker. I'm probably glowing and shit, got fruit. I'm saying, yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, man, I'm down to like 12%, man. I gotta walk over here and charge this up. I appreciate y'all logging on, man. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I send that message and chop it up so we can do some more things. We're gonna add it in together. I gotta get some stuff for the phone, like another mic, like a microphone or something, just to show we raising up in vibration a little bit, man. And you know, we're contenders, even though we're not contending with these motherfuckers. We're just showing how to be the best us that we can be, man. You know what I'm saying? And shitting on us. That's all we do. Once you see they hate, you gonna see the evil eye. They hate. Shit on them. I'm on side just saying like, I'm just using you to shit on them, baby. That's it. That's what he's using y'all for. Shit on the devils and shit, pretty much. So, all right, y'all. With that being said, I love you, and I'll be with you in the next one. You hear that word? It's saying Hawa. We're about to say it right now. It's building up. It's building up. It's Hawa. It's coming in. Just a long breath. Once the wave hit, there we go. And there's some minerals in there. It's just beautiful, dude. There we go. That's the wah. Alright, I love y'all.